There's a strange kind of person that walks among us. They look ordinary, kind, polite, and harmless. They smile when you smile, and they listen when you speak. But slowly, almost invisibly, they begin to take something from you. Not your money, not your possessions, something far more valuable. They take your peace. Carl Jung once said, "The most dangerous things are not outside of us, but inside the people we let too close." And when you look back, you'll realize it wasn't their actions that broke you. It was the slow erosion of your light, the quiet draining of your energy, the invisible pull that made you feel smaller every day. If you've ever felt tired, not from work, not from life, but from people, you may have been surrounded by those who constantly ask for these 5 things. So listen closely, because once you learn to recognize them, your entire emotional world will change. You'll see people differently. You'll see yourself differently. And you'll finally understand what Jung meant when he said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate." 1. They ask for your time, but never give you theirs. They appear when it's convenient for them. They'll call you and say, "Hey, can we talk? I just need you for a minute. You're the only one who understands me." And every single time you say yes, you stop what you're doing. You listen, you care. But when it's your turn, when you need someone, silence. You text them. You reach out. You open your heart. But somehow they're always busy. Their energy disappears the moment it's no longer about them. Carl Jung believed that some people feed on attention the way others feed on food. It's not love. It's dependency. They crave validation, not connection. They don't want you. They want how you make them feel. And so they orbit around your kindness, always asking for your time, always drawing from your presence, never realizing they are stealing your soul in pieces. But time is sacred. It's not just hours on a clock. It's life itself. Every minute you give away is a fragment of your existence you'll never get back. So remember, someone constantly demands your time without giving presents. Care or loyalty in return, that's not friendship. That's consumption. Your time is the currency of your soul. Spend it wisely. 2. They ask for your empathy, but never your truth. You know the type. They live in a storm of their own emotions. Every day there's a new drama, a new wound and a new reason to suffer. And you, being kind, you listen. You hold space for them. You think that maybe, just maybe, your compassion can help them heal. But it doesn't. Because they don't want healing. They want attention disguised as pain. Jung called this the shadow addiction. When people fall in love with their suffering, they become addicted to their wounds. Their pain becomes their identity. And when you try to help, when you gently speak the truth, they reject it. They'll say, "You don't understand me," or they'll get angry because your honesty threatens their illusion. That's when you realize they don't want your truth. They only want your empathy, as long as it keeps their story alive. And here's the danger. Empaths like you become their favorite supply. Because you feel deeply. You see the best in everyone. You believe that love can fix what's broken. But not everyone wants to be fixed. Some people only want to be seen in their misery, not lifted from it. Remember this. Your empathy is sacred. If someone constantly takes your emotional energy, but never accepts your truth, they are not seeking healing. They are feeding on your compassion. You can love them and still choose distance. You can care for them and still protect your peace. 3. They ask for your silence. When you try to speak your truth. This one hurts the most. Toxic people are allergic to accountability. They want your kindness, not your clarity. They want your agreement, not your honesty. When you finally speak up, when you say, "That hurt me," they tell you, "You're too sensitive." When you set boundaries, they say, "You've changed." And slowly, without even noticing, you start doubting yourself. You swallow your feelings to keep the peace. You learn to stay quiet, not because you are calm, but because you are scared of losing them. Carl Jung said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely, because when you do, When you finally accept your voice, your feelings, your worth, some people will leave. They will no longer benefit from your silence. But here's the truth. Peace built on suppression is not peace, it's prison. If they ask for your silence when you speak your truth, they're not protecting the relationship. They're protecting their power. Never apologize for having a voice. Your truth may shake the foundation of a fake friendship, but it will strengthen the foundation of your soul. Or they ask for your loyalty while betraying you in silence. They tell you, "You're my best friend." They promise, "I'll always be there for you." But loyalty means nothing to those who only stay when it's easy. They praise you when you're useful. They vanish when you need them. And the moment you stop feeding their ego, they turn against you. They gossip. They twist your words. They rewrite the story so that they look like the victim, and you, the problem. Carl Jung said betrayal is not just an act, it's a revelation. It shows you who someone really was when they no longer needed you. And yet, the cruelest part is that you still remember the version of them that was kind. You hold on to memories of who they pretended to be, while they've already forgotten who you are. Don't waste your loyalty on those who treat it as currency. True loyalty is mutual. It breathes, it respects, and it protects. When loyalty becomes one-sided, it becomes self-destruction. You don't need to fight betrayal. You don't need to expose it. Just step back. Peace is not passive, it's power. Walk away from those who betray you and call it love. 5. They ask for your forgiveness, but never change. This is the hardest lesson of all. They hurt you. They say sorry. They cry. And for a while you believe them. Because you want to believe them. You want to believe that they finally understand the pain they caused. You want to believe that people can change. But soon enough it happens again. The same words. The same apologies. The same promises. The same pain. Forgiveness without change is just manipulation. Carl Jung once wrote, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul." That's what these people do. They apologize, not because they want to grow, but because they don't want to lose their place in your life. Their sorry is a key to keep the door open. You forgive them not because you're weak, but because you're kind. But your kindness should not become your cage. You can forgive someone and still choose never to let them back in. You can wish them peace and still protect your boundaries. Forgiveness is not about allowing the past again. It's about freeing yourself from it. You deserve a peace that doesn't depend on someone else's promises. People like this don't destroy you all at once. They drain you slowly, one small request at a time. Your time, your empathy, your silence, your loyalty, your forgiveness. And one day you wake up feeling empty, not broken, just hollow, because somewhere along the way you started living for everyone but yourself. That is the moment Jung described, the awakening of the soul, the moment when you finally see who truly listens, who truly cares, who asks because they love you, and who asks because they need your energy. When that day comes, don't fight, don't beg, don't explain. Just walk away, quietly, peacefully, as if you finally remembered who you are. Because sometimes walking away is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the soul's way of saying, "I am done watering deserts." Stay away from people who ask for these 5 things, not because they are evil, but because your soul deserves peace more than it deserves pain. Protect your energy. Choose peace. And remember, the people who truly love you will never ask you to lose yourself to keep them.